How do actors cry when they're doing a scene? Honestly, there's so many different answers to this question. For me personally, a lot of things come into play. One is the script. If the script's good and you're feeling it, and it can just happen. But don't forget as well, you've got to do that same scene 4, 10, 15 different times. So you're going to dry up at some point. And no, you don't do a Joey Tribbiani and start hurting yourself. But there is always the lovely makeup ladies on standby. And they have the tear stick. Basically, it's like Vicks. Now, I remember a few years ago, they started like having this little contraption and they would like blow it into your eye, which I always thought was like a little bit unhygienic. But anyway, the tear stick. So what they do is put a little bit on a brush, pop it here, pop it here. You give it a bit of this for about 5 minutes. Usually looking at a light helps. And then obviously the tears start coming. I personally don't like the tear stick, but on occasion I have had to use it. Also for me as well, it's whoever I'm working with. And I think if the scene's good and the other person's giving you 100%, you just feel it. I know that sounds weird, but Linda LaPlante once said, I actually went to a workshop with Linda LaPlante once, you know, the crime writer, and she actually said, it's not, you don't need, how do I explain it? It's not the story and the words that make you cry, it's the person. And I cry at films all the time when I'm watching them. God, I cry at adverts. But it's that person, you just think, God, that was so good. So, for example, I did the Moors Murder Job, where I played Leslie Ann Downey's mum and West. I cried the whole time. In fact, I had to do everything to stop crying. So that was I was just completely overwhelmed with the subject and just the whole job itself. So I literally spent most of my time crying on and off set. There is one particular scene that stands out, which was when I worked on Emmerdale, and it was Ruby's funeral. And it was quite an emotional time because we were both leaving. Me and Alicia were on different blocks, different times filming, so I didn't really get to spend much time with her to say we were both leaving. And then in the show, she died, and then I had to go, you know, and do this eulogy thing at the funeral. I'll be genuinely honest, I think I probably did that take about six, 7 times, and I did genuinely cry my eyes out the whole time. They were real tears. But I'm assuming every actor's different. Everybody has their own way. For instance, there's actually another thing, there's a couple of songs that make me quite teary, so sometimes I might listen to that. It all depends on the job and what's expected of you. You know, it might just be a simple tearing up, which the tear stick's really good for that. And obviously as well, you don't want to like over cry, because then it all just depends on what the director wants from you.